Hey guys, welcome back to MMA Library. Today in MMA and UFC news, Ben Askren gives his honest opinion on Dana White's slap league during a recent social media post.
What's up, guys? Just finished yoga class. I got steam coming off me with my beautiful wife, Amy. Hey, Amy. Hey, I've been thinking about this for a while. Why is power slap so gross? And, you know, when you listen to Dana White's logic about it, where boxers take significantly more blows to the head, it's true. It's totally true. I'm hypocritical. I did mixed martial arts. Now, there were fights where I didn't get hit, obviously, but there was many where I did and take more than a couple shots. So what I think it comes down to is this. There's just something about someone being fully defenseless. They are not allowed to dip, duck, dive, block, nothing. They're just defenseless, and they just get smacked hard. And there's something about that to me that is so unappetizing. And I don't like that there's strategy. There's really no skill, right? Because there's really no toughness, because either you go unconscious or you don't. It's not a matter of toughness. So that's why I find power slap gross. What about you guys?
Gilbert Burns recently took to Twitter to voice his frustration with Conor McGregor on The Ultimate Fighter. Burns claims his friend was removed from McGregor's team just before the show began. Recent reports have suggested that McGregor has removed various contestants from his tough team in order to make room for his own fighters. On Twitter, Gilbert posted that his friend, Loic Rajabov, who's a two-time PFL finalist, was ready to get his shot in the UFC but was unfairly kicked out so Conor could bring in his own guys. McGregor tried to clear up these accusations with a post on Instagram. "Good practice, team. Okay, it's time for the easiest part of any coach's job, the cuts. Now, while I wasn't able to keep everyone I wanted to, I have to cut a lot of you. Wendell is cut, Rudy is cut, Janie, you're gone. Steven, I like your hustle, that's why it was so hard to cut you. Congratulations, the rest of you made the team, except you, and you." During a recent edition of the Bro Malley Show, Sean O'Malley gives an early prediction on the fight that's yet to be announced between Alexander Volkanovski and Yair Rodriguez. Here's the clip.
Early prediction on a Yair versus Volk.
It's a good question
we'll see
there.
it in like 6 months or so, but
Yeah, I wonder if it's gonna. Well, Volk said he wants to fight 4 times. If that's the case, then we're gonna be fighting in like June.
wow, that'd be impressive.
I mean, even before, yeah.
Early prediction then. Let's hear it.
It's hard to predict against the Volk, dude. He's
Yeah.
still, in my eyes, considered pound for pound best in the world. But it's also like Yair is different.
Very different.
You can't like. I don't know. It's hard. You could almost say you can't really train for Islam's grappling, but you saw how well he trained for it.
Mm-hmm.
How well could he train for Yair's striking? Yair throws a lot of kicks. He's very kick heavy, but also has very fast hands. Boom, and throws good. I mean, that elbow he rocked Josh Emmett with, kind of like the beginning of the end for him. Then he hit him with that double knee.
It's gonna be a sick fight. I do think Volk
MMA
gets the
math
job.
doesn't always make sense.
Yeah, right. I do think Volk gets the job done though, especially after, like he said, when you go through a camp to fight Islam and you go up in weight and you're challenging yourself that much, you change. Like
You're gonna grow.
You're gonna grow. It's gonna help you. I feel bad for. Actually, no, I don't feel bad for Yair because I think it's gonna be a sweet fight.
Jeff Novitzky gives an update on the situation regarding Islam Makhachev and the potential use of an IV during a lead-up to his fight with Alexander Volkanovski. In a recent interview, Novitzky, who's the Senior Vice President of Athlete Health and Performance for the UFC, spoke about the situation surrounding Islam and seems to have cleared his name. He said, "I think the Australian Commission put out a statement last night saying there's no credible evidence of him violating any of their rules. I think I'll leave it at that." Novitzky went on to clarify the rules surrounding IVs in Western Australia. They have a specific rule that IVs are banned completely for rehydration purposes. So it wouldn't matter the volume, it wouldn't matter if there was a medical professional involved, Perth bans those IVs. During a recent interview, UFC prospect Bo Nickal announced that he will be helping Jake Paul train for MMA. Nickal goes on to say it will work in both their favors, as he believes Jake Paul can help him in the striking department. "It's a huge opportunity for me. I really feel grateful to have the support from Better, and I'll be the first athlete to head up Better combat space, and hopefully bring on more athletes and fighters. We haven't met in person yet, but we got to FaceTime and chat a little bit, which was super cool. Jake is doing such awesome things in boxing and in the media space. I'm sure we're going to train together. I know he just signed with the PFL, and hopefully he'll be taking an MMA fight soon. I'm sure that I'll be able to help him out a little bit on that end. 100%, I'm super excited to train with him. Not only to be able to help him out a little bit on the MMA and grappling side, but also to learn from him. He has a ton of experience boxing, so it would be awesome to work together." Big John from the Weighing In podcast gives his take on a potential MMA fight between Francis Ngannou and Deontay Wilder. Here's the clip.
Well, the one thing that I love about this, and nothing against Tyson Fury, I love Tyson Fury, but Tyson Fury came up with, we'll do it with 4-ounce gloves in a cage under the Marcus of Queensberry rules, which you look and you go, well, you just broke that with your 4-ounce gloves doing it in a cage, but okay. But it's just boxing. At least Deontay Wilder said, hey, let's do this. We'll do it once in boxing, and I'll do it once in MMA. And I go, you know what, Deontay? Way to step up there, man. That's pretty impressive. I kind of like that. That's a tit for tat. You know, I'll do it once in your sport. You do it once in my sport. Look, we all know that Deontay Wilder as a boxer, man. Look, he's got power. He's got a big right hand. But if there's one thing I'm going to say, he's 6'7", I want to say, but he's only about 220 pounds. You know, when he's actually in really good fight weight, he's gone up a little bit more. Ngannou is going to be a lot bigger than him because Ngannou used to cut. And Ngannou is a big man, super strong. I'm not saying Deontay's not, but in MMA, Deontay's going to have problems.
What do you guys think about Big John's comments? Does Deontay Wilder stand any kind of chance against Ngannou if they fight in MMA? Let us know in the comment section below. Chael Sonnen pays respect to Islam Makhachev during a recent interview.
I was accused of cheating, and the whole world wanted to know if I had did it, if I was going to say anything, if I was going to slip up, if they were going to find a nurse, if they could zero in on my vein and find the pictures. The whole world. I would have had so much fun with you guys. And Volk instead, I apologize, Islam instead decides to just tell the UFC to find me my next opponent, and that can be anybody, including Volkanovski. If that is who you'd like me to face, then that's who I'll face. It's a very rare attitude. It's a very refreshing attitude. And most young men, no matter how good they were, no matter who their coach was or who they got to train with every day, could not, when the time comes, live up to that expectation. But Islam has.
Diego Sanchez lost to Austin Trout in his BKFC debut this past weekend. The fight was stopped in the 4th round because the doctor said Sanchez had taken too much damage. Sanchez has since went on to claim that Austin Trout cheated because his corner applied Vaseline to his neck and shoulders between rounds. Sanchez said, first of all, I didn't get any Vaseline put on me. Secondly, I did feel that Vaseline all on his shoulder and his neck during the fight. It was put on so heavy I couldn't utilize in the clinch. This is cheating. So with that being said, I am the victorious champion and I count that as a win. Hopefully we can get the decision overturned. I will be talking with my lawyer soon. Aljamain Sterling gives his take on why he believes he could eventually be the one to take the 155-pound belt from Alexander Volkanovski. Here's what Sterling had to say in a recent interview.
When I put that tweet out, it was actually, I believe, when he fought Korean Zombie or Max Holloway. That's what I think.
Okay, so that's an older tweet. Gotcha.
Yeah. So people are now posting that because now he did so well with Islam. Now they're saying there's no way I can do that good. But there's a couple of factors. That was at 155, so he had a little bit more weight. Maybe not as depleted as he would be at 45. I would be coming up to 45, not being as depleted as I get down to 35. Right. And I think I'm relatively a strong guy. Like I train with a lot of these high-level wrestlers, some of these guys from Dagestan, and they have nothing but good things to say, you know? So that gives me the confidence that if I take them down, mixed with my wrestling, not just the, controlling, I take you down, I get to that position, man. That's a tough spot to be in. He might have survived with Makhachev, but Makhachev looked a little bit tired. I mean, let's be honest. And not because of anything other than the adversity that was in front of him, but I still think if I could get him in that position, like, yeah, you might have gotten out of that with him, but I think with me, it'd be a little bit different. And I'm not saying, I'm better than Islam. I just think it's a different style of grappling.
Ray Longo gets a heated reaction from Jon Anik on how he scored the main event at UFC 284 between Islam and Volkanovski.
I thought there was a possibility that Volkanovski won the fight, but I didn't think the judges were going to give it to him. It goes back to that again. Look, here's the problem. So round 5, and again, this is from a fan. I wasn't watching the fight. Round 5 was clear. Round 1 was, I think, pretty clear. I think he won 3. But even the 4th round where he's in that body lock, right? I mean, he's laughing. He's talking to him. There's never a threat. The guy's never doing anything. He's in a body triangle for 5 minutes. He goes back to the corner, one guy's exhausted or looks exhausted. The other guy's talking like it's a normal
What are you
day.
telling me about round 4, though? What are you saying? Because it wasn't 5 minutes. There's so much exaggeration.
All right.
People
How many minutes
don't like
were it?
grappling, man. You know, like maybe I should go call jiu-jitsu or something. You know, I mean, you say 5 minutes, right? It happened at the 3.5 minute mark.
No, wait. Let me qualify again. I'm just saying, if that's a pivotal round, that even was a close round. Now, he controlled him for sure, and he won the round, but it's still a 145-pound guy. You couldn't get rid of him, and you were in a position that you finish everybody in, or when it's on the ground, mostly. Look, he's run through people, right?
What does that have to do with, though, round 4?
Absolutely nothing.
All right. Sorry, I'm just a little emotional.
No,
I think.
Absolutely nothing. I'm just, again, these are just things I'm thinking about during the fight.
Guys, thanks so much for checking out the video. If you like the content we do here on this channel, don't forget to like and subscribe to MMA Library for all the latest MMA and UFC news. We'll see you in the next video.